Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to be taking a look at the TFC's... Oh, what do they call it? Cyberjaw. Their version of Overbite. So here he is in his beast mode. Kind of a monster shark type deal. This kind of goes into my things I'm not a huge fan of Transformer-wise, because they just kind of make things up, and I don't really think it's a Transformer if it's just made up alt mode. But I did like the seacons, so I still overall like the seacons. So he comes with the foot for the combiner. Now I'm not going to go into all the alt modes that this thing can do, or combine modes that this thing can do. But the does look like you can spread out the toes. It's got a little bit of a tilt in there. This looks like a ball joint in here, but it's really tight, so I can't move it with my fingers. So we'll have to wait till we put the bad boy together. It looks like these are guns of some sort. Can't really get them out, so we're just gonna go with that. I know you can flip these open, and these are guns down here as well. It looks like there's more guns down here. A bunch of things that I'm not going to use with this thing, but it does look like it's got some playability to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it there. He comes with these two little bits. Again, I'm going to assume these are for combine mode. I do not know, so I'm just going to set these off to the side. Again, my purpose here is this figure needs to be good enough on its own. I don't want to be like, okay, well, he's good as a combiner. He needs to be a good figure and then be a combiner. That's always been my thoughts. He's got two swords. Look pretty similar to the first offering, Scalar, I believe. So, looks good. And then he's got this gun here, which you can see. It collapses down like this. So you can do that way, or you can open this up, flip out the cannon. It doesn't have any way to pull the handle out this way. You actually just open this up and push it through. It's not an issue. It's just, I spent a couple seconds last night just trying to open it up that way. But and there's the gun, and I believe you pull that little fin out there too. So kind of cool looking. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy. So mouth can open and close. It's all on a bunch of different little hinges and ball joints and stuff like that. So can be a little challenging making sure that it's looks correct without it like kind of doing something like that. It's easier to make it look messy than it does to make it look clean, but it's possible. Front arms swivel up and down. There is a hinge at the shoulder, hinge at the elbow. Each of the fingers are individually on swivels, so that's pretty cool. Back legs ratchet up and down, which is a nice solid ratchet there. No real in and out. There's a bicep swivel, or thigh swivel, I guess. Double bend knee, so it gets a great bend. Breaks up the sculpt there, but that's fine. And then the claws here bend. This back tail, or this first joint is on a ball joint, and then each one of them is on a swivel. And then the tail itself, or the tip of the tail, is on two hinges, so you can kind of pose that how you will. But all in all, pretty good. Very close. I mean, I'm not faulting TFC for making these things G1 accurate. It's the G1 figures that are just kind of like, these things are goofy. But this thing is pretty cool, I will say. I do like him. It does hit that nostalgia head right on the nail. Or nail on the head. Yeah, I'm done talking. Alright, so let's get him transformed into robot mode. So, let's see, flip these claws up like this. And I'll just kind of leave those out of the way here. The tail does not actually tab in anywhere. It just kind of sits there, which, you know, it's fine. It's I would have liked just like a little tab. Something that would have been, or like a nice solid ratchet. That would be my complaint for beast mode. That's it. Let's fold these down. This comes up like this. Split the legs. You want to pull the arms up like this. There's a little tab here that plugs into a slot that's in there. Alright, and then you pull this piece here out, and then you can take the legs. We're kind of breaking them up here a little bit. Alright, now this piece here can fold out, and ratchet the legs down. Transformation on him is pretty simple. It's more or less, at this point now, just kind of cleaning them up. So let's see here. We want to flip this piece here back like this. Same thing on this side. Just like that. Alright, and then we flip this piece here around like this, I believe. Then we take this piece here, flip this down and around, and that's his toe. Kind of awkward looking. And then you can flip this mouth here down this way. Okay. I believe. Oh, let's grab the instructions. Let's see how the feet look at the end of it. Yep, pretty much right here. Except the mouth can fold up a little bit better, like that. And then this sits here like this, like that. And then the same thing on this side. So rotate this around, kind of sits in there. This piece just kind of sits like that, I guess. It just doesn't, yeah. Or, well, let's do the mouth thing here. Alright, flip like this, like that, and then flip the toe down. Kind of like that. This piece here just kind of, it really doesn't have a place to go. These little claw things here come up, making knee spikes, which is pretty cool. Flip the arms down, and then they just kind of sit across the legs like that. Then we rotate the arms up, flip out the hands, and then these claws will fold in. this will fold in. Tail comes back, rotates around like this. This is how you want it. Flip this back. Head folds up. Slide back in. Again, nothing really locks it into place, but it sits there just fine and dandy. Rotate this head around like so. And then we take tail here, and it folds like this. And that's how the backpack cleans up. That's the best it can do. Which isn't as bad as I originally had thought. Because I've had this guy for a little while now, and I've been messing with it, and I was like really unimpressed because I had this head backwards like this, and then I kept trying to so it's like that's pretty bad. But by folding this down like this, you can at least get this tail and head kind of out of the way. And there he is in his robot mode. Well, no, I think he looks pretty good. Not as good as Scalar, but certainly not terrible. So you can take the swords here. What's odd is he's got a closed fist and an open fist. I'm not understanding that at all. But you can take his swords and just plug it into his hand, or you can take his gun. Oh, that's super tight. Plug it into his hand. Let's try and flip those. So he holds that one better there. And he holds that one better there. All right, that's the better way to go. But yeah, it's just awkward or odd that they did it that way. It's just weird. Posability. The weapons out of the way. Head is on a ball joint, so gets a good range of motion. Side, up, down, left and right, of course. I mean, it's pretty much fully articulated. I mean, you could look at what you can do there. That's pretty cool. I don't know why you would, but you can. Ratchets up and down. Squeaky on that side, but he's got two joints in the shoulder, one here and one here, so you can get a really good range of motion out of it. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow. Again, you're breaking up the sculpt, but I mean, you just have to kind of. I mean, it's fine. It's not terrible. I keep saying it's fine, like skull face. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can bend the elbow. Works great. Full range of motion there. Hand is on a swivel, and then it's also on a hinge for transformation, but you can get that swivel out of it. It's so outdated. Like even this one's getting a little outdated, but it works. Waist swivel. Ratcheted hips up and down. Ratchet in and out. Nice solid ratchets in and out. Up and down it's a little light, but that in and out is nice and tight. These are super awesome. I love these ratchets. Thigh swivel. Ratcheted knee. Due to transformation, technically there is 2 knee joints in there, but you really only have access. Well, yeah, you can do both. Yeah, it works. Toes on a ball joint here, and then this is on a ball joint in there. So you kind of get some mobility with like a rocker. Not really much of a tilt, but you got the rocker in there, and it's kind of, again, it's just kind of funky the way it's set up. All right, size comparison. Here he is with Classics Prime. So he's about a Voyager. Seeker. Legends. Kind of depends on where you want him to scale. Again, scale is very subjective. Here he is with an MP car. And here he is with MP Prime. I'd say he works pretty well with these guys. So I would say he's gonna work. He's gonna be about the same scale as like the MMC Predacons, Warbitron guys, stuff like that. He should be fitting in that scale just fine. He's kind of got that slightly updated look like the Feralcons do. So I guess he'd fit probably in the best in that kind of a collection. When we're going bot mode. I don't know about combined mode. We can't say that for sure. And here he is with Scalor. And I think they look awesome together. And he's got the two open hands. He's got it's so weird. It's such an odd choice. So yeah, all in all, I really do like this guy. I do recommend him. At first, I did not like him. I thought he was going to be he was a fail. But now that I've messed with him a bit more, I do think he's a good figure. Not as good as Scalor, but he's still pretty good. And an initial look, the thought was, oh, they're just retooling Scalor into him, but no. That's not the case. They share some design cues, but they're completely different molds. I mean, there's nothing on them that's the same. It just some things are similar, which is kind of cool to do it that way. Make them similar but not the same. All in all, I do like him. He's not as good as him. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I think the backpack could have maybe slid down like after you did this, because if it could slide down and be like level with the back, like where the head is, kind of like how his tail is level here. If it could slide down like just a little bit, I think that would make that better. The feet are just wonky. I don't like those. They could have done that better. And then the hand is just weird. Just weird choices with the feet and the hand. And it just, again, this is just, if this slid down or something, it would have been a little bit better. But all in all, like I said, he's not bad. He's still a pretty good figure. I do thoroughly enjoy it. And I like the fact that we're getting the seacons finally. Rumor has it that we're only going to get 5 instead of 6. That would suck, but we'll see how it all plays out, I guess. That's all we can really do. Let's wait and see. But yeah. And the plastic quality. I want to briefly talk about it. On both of these guys, my opinion anyway, this is the best plastic TFC's put out. It's not in their level. It's beyond what they usually do. It is. I would easily say this is MMC plastic quality. Is how it's feeling. The density of it. It feels pretty good. If it didn't say TFC on the box, I would honestly say this is more like either Warbitron or MMC. That's probably what I would have said that these guys are. They don't. Although the hand might make me say Toy World, because I think their throttle bots were like that. I don't know. I only had 2 of them, and I didn't like them. But anyway, sorry. It's a good figure. I do recommend it. Yeah, check them out. Snaptrap, I think, is coming next. So that's going to be the big question. If he's going to be good or bad, that it's all up to Snaptrap. If he fails, then I'm out. But yeah, good figure.